Coach Keeley, this will be your 37th season as a head coach. What is it that you enjoy the most about coaching?
The kids. The kids keep me young. I enjoy coming in every day and working with the kids. The COVID thing, they set us back a little bit, a few years back that, the kids were learning from home. You had to be teaching into a computer, and they're on the other end of that computer, and, they're listening. You hope they're listening, but we had, a system here where some kids came Monday and Tuesday and everybody else was online, and then other kids came Thursday and Friday and the first group was online, and I worked my way through it. I had a lot of good help from the younger teachers and doing all the computer stuff that had to be done, and I worked my way through that. But let me tell you, at the end of the year, a lot of parents were asking if their kids could come every day instead of just on the day that their group was supposed to be here. And when all of a sudden I have more kids in the classroom than what I've had, and instead of just talking into the computer, the computer's still there because there's still some kids at home, but having those kids in the seats in front of me, that just rejuvenated me. Like, it was just a great feeling to get some feedback from the kids that are sitting there, and they want to learn and I want to teach, and it was just awesome. So, now we retired from the classroom, but I'm still going to see the kids coaching. Mr. Hest asked me if I come in and, help work in the cafeteria to keep control down there, which is an important thing to do. You won't want any bad things happening there. And bad things don't normally happen there, but it's just something I can do to help keep a lid on. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I'll be able to see all my players every day in school still, and, be up here 3 hours. I don't have to be here till 10 so I can sleep in. Okay. I'm done at 1 so I can get some film work in before practice. So I do it because of the kids.
Big change this year. What are your thoughts about going into the Lancaster-Lebanon League?
I'm excited about going into the Lancaster-Lebanon League. We competed well in the Berks County League, and I guess we were a school that, over the years we had one section, then we had 2 sections, then we went to 3 sections, then we were back to 2 sections, and we've competed in all of those sections, the last 2 years being in Section 1. But being in Section 1, there's five, I get 5 games. And the teams in Section 2, because we've been pretty good lately, did not want to play us non-league. So when you take a middle-sized school and go out and try to find 5 teams that want to play you, that's hard to do, because the teams that want to play you are the teams that are really, really good, and they don't want to really play you because you're small. But if they need to fill on your schedule, they'll play you as a good small school. But, we're playing teams like, Malvern Prep and Central Dauphin, and we're competing with them. But now I'm looking forward to going into the Lancaster-Lebanon League, because there's good schools in there, with Wyomissing being at the top of the list, 2 years playing for a state championship in. Lampeter-Stroudsburg's been in the playoffs. Cocalico's been in the playoffs. But they're all schools, when we play them, they're schools that are our size. They're not really good 6A schools. They're really good 3A and 4A schools. And I'm really looking forward to our program being able to compete week in and week out with schools that are our size without having to step up and play real big schools. So I'm looking forward to it because of those reasons.
You have an experienced offensive line. Your offense runs the ball a lot. How good is that group up front going to be?
Well, tackle to tackle, we have 4 of those 5 guys back. So I'm excited about that. I think we're going to be able to move some people around. With JJ and Marvin, the halfback in the wing, we are going to threaten the corners. We have some good speed getting out there. We have to have good guards in the wing T. We have some kids playing guard that can run. We're looking for a fullback. We got to get somebody in there that's going to keep teams honest on the inside. But, we got guards that are 260 and 240 pounds that can trap those big tackles. So, we'll be hopefully pretty good at keeping people honest, with the inside game. And then wing T, the nature of what it is, we have all our play action passes coming off of that run game. And, our backs and our quarterback know that, they can't just be happy running the ball. They have to be willing that when they're not running the ball, they have to know who to block. And if their assignment isn't to block somebody, that they have to fake. All of that is important. Carrying out a good fake is just as good as a devastating good block. And, I've had teams after games already come up to me and say, Coach, we didn't know who had the ball. So you got to fake. So we're very good at that. Our backfield coaches, Coach Taylor and Coach Wright, they're really emphasizing, give, fake, carry out your fake. You got to block if it's your turn to block. So I'm excited about that, and all the play action passing off of that, you know, it doesn't put a lot of pressure on your quarterback to complete those passes. So, you know, we're going to throw the ball a little bit, and hopefully we don't have to throw it a lot, but you know, we'll have some schemes in there that if we have to, we will.
You mentioned looking for a fullback. Devin Garcia got some time at linebacker last season. Could he be in the mix at fullback, and how bright is his future at linebacker?
Oh, yes, he's in the mix at fullback. He's getting the first shot at the fullback. And he played linebacker for us in the playoff games that we were involved in last year. So, yeah, and he's been faithful in the weight room here. He's made himself stronger. Those two positions, fullback and linebacker, you really have to be tough to play those positions, because if, you know, you're running the ball up to middle, you're going to get hit. And if you do a good job faking when we're running wide, you're going to get hit again, because if you're faking well, those linebackers are going to be coming after you. So I'm anxious to see how he's going to hold up there. He's only a junior this year, so he has a bright future ahead of him playing for Berks Catholic.
You're going to have a new quarterback. What do you think about William Hess taking over under center?
Well, he's certainly somebody that's been around the program his entire life. Okay, he's been running the wing T since he's been old enough to call play. So he knows who to give it to. He knows who to fake it to. He has moxie about him. When it's his turn to run, you know, he has some moxie about him. You know you're going to get the best effort out of him. And he really works hard at throwing the ball. He got better for us over the summer in the 7-on-7s that we were involved in. And that's all I can ask is for kids to try to get better. I want to be a little better tomorrow than what we were today. And every time Bill Hess comes to practice, he gets better. So I'm excited to see how that works out.
And you know his dad a little bit.
I do. I do.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time, and best of luck this season.
Thank you much.